So, hey, if you're used to the typical type of videos that I upload, like the kind of like the comedy style, the humor, things being funny, entertaining, that kind of thing, this is not going to be it. This is definitely a very serious topic. So if you're only really here for the content side of things, or like for the funny, for the laughs, that kind of thing, that's perfectly valid. Like, I get that. So if you're not really interested in like me as a person, as a creator, then I get that. That's fine. You can go ahead. This is not going to be a funny video. This is going to be a serious video. There's no joke. It is something that I have been wanting to discuss for, 6-7 months now, maybe 6 months now. So I've been kind of talking about it quietly amongst friends, a small little group of friends, especially like the men community that I'm a part of, the 6 of us. This is definitely something that I do want to kind of go public about. I know this sounds like the bit to a good joke, but I promise you this is not a setup. This is not going to be some funny ultimate punchline at the end of this 6-minute video. I don't know how long this is going to be. Probably not that long. But this is definitely something serious. So I realize now that I kind of made it seem like a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. Like, I'm not going to all of a sudden unveil something terrible that I did. Not a bad thing. Just keep watching. You'll see what I mean. Most of you know. I'm assuming you can kind of tell by the, everything about me. I'm just a little bit, a little fruity. A lot. If you follow me on Twitter, especially the kind of partial secret Twitter, I have like an account that is kind of like pseudo secret. Like, I don't try to hide it at all, but I don't advertise it. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm definitely a little bit, well, actually, it's kind of gone one step farther. I feel like lockdown has definitely helped me realize this, especially because this is what this is going to be about, but I had like serious mental illness for quite a while. Very like depression, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. Almost didn't make it here, but here I am. And I beat it. I beat it recently, sometime near the end of December, early January. Felt a lot better. Head was a lot clearer. Could actually finally think about stuff, get stuff done. But the one thing that I was not expecting to come out of it is a realization. Now that my head started to get less foggy, started to become a little bit clearer, and I can start to think a little bit better, one realization came, and it was kind of a realization that I had kind of beginning, maybe early high school, like grade 9, 10-ish. The thoughts kind of came back a little while. Like, they come like on and off, and every time I'm like, nope, not going to be thinking about that. No, thank you. Don't want to see what's behind that door. And it got to the point where all of a sudden my depression's cleared, and maybe a couple weeks into that, all of a sudden these thoughts come like, hey, we're back. Now that my head was finally clear, I decided, I'll think about it. I'll seriously consider it. I'll look into it. Think more into myself. And if you know me, and if you're in the community at the time, if you're friends with me, whatever, you definitely notice that's how I completely disappeared for like maybe a couple weeks, like maybe 2-3 weeks, just gone. Didn't say anything, logged off of social media, all that kind of stuff, just disappeared, focused solely on myself. And when I came out of that era, when I came out of that time that I took to focus on myself and the feelings that I've been feeling since early high school, I realized that maybe I am a little bit farther down than I thought I was. Now, some of you probably already know where this is going. You probably already pieced it together, but most people already have. Aston figured it out after a single joke. We didn't even tell him. He just figured it out instantly. Jake caught on pretty quick. So I'm going to tell you the same way that we told Apex and Jake. So you know how we're in a group called men? Yeah, that's literally... That's how we told them, and it worked. Both of them, they figured it out instantly. So I guess I kind of have to actually say the word, just in case people haven't figured it out yet. Haven't actually been able to say it. I've said it all of maybe twice, even though I've came out to many people. So here's what I'm going to do instead. The magic of editing. I can just go ahead and say, that's a thing. And that's the thing that I've kind of been nervous about kind of coming out about. I almost didn't. The plan was to just not for like actually kind of ever. I was going to start HRT, get on that, and kind of just let people guess. People be like, hey, you look kind of different. What's going on with that? And then, surprise, it's the end of Pride Month. I don't know when this is going to be going live. It is currently 1:24 a.m. on June 28th. So I hope that I can put this up by the 30th, at least, just in case people have questions or whatever. I'm going to answer some of the questions that people have asked me so far when I came out to them. And one of the most common ones was name, because I guess that kind of makes sense. People who have had friends in the past, almost all of them change their name. Some don't, which is perfectly fine. In my specific case, I am not going to yet. Name is something that I'm going to be sticking with until I find something that I feel like resonates with me well. I am going to be going on HRT. I do already have that set up. I have an appointment near the end of next month. Not July, sorry, like the month after. August 7th is when I'm going to be meeting with a doctor for the first time to potentially get on that. But that process takes a long time. I've heard it can take like a year just to like actually finally get started. So it's going to be something I have to look forward to for a while. As for other questions, like I don't really want to answer everything because it is kind of, some stuff is definitely kind of TMI that I don't really want to talk about publicly. But if you ask me like in comments or whatever, or like this video is also probably going to be going up on Twitter. So anything, just like kind of ask. And like I don't mind. I know a lot of people in my situation are definitely very like, please don't ask me questions. Do your own research. I don't want to be the one to ask you this, or I don't want to be the one to answer this question for you. You can ask me anything. Okay, I really don't mind. There hasn't been a question that's phased me yet, and I've been asked some pretty personal questions, and I don't really mind. It's like honestly, I would rather you ask me than you not know. And as for everything else, I'm still going to be the same person. I'm still going to be doing the same thing, having the same fun, making the same jokes. If you haven't noticed anything change in the last 6 months, you're not going to notice anything change in terms of the content that I produce going forward. That's not going to change. The type of person who I am, I'm still going to be the same guy, or I guess not. I need to get out of the habit of saying that. I don't think there's really else much to talk about. I think I'm just going to be stalling to end it. So to end it off, happy Pride. For those of you who are watching it on the day that this is released, or maybe the day after, depending on when I upload it, happy Pride. Thank you so much for watching till the end. And I will see you guys as regular. I'll see you guys probably on Wednesday for a stream, and upload again on Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night or morning wherever you are. Peace.